Do you get confused about what the right tone should be for your email outreach? You want to come across professional, but coming across overly professional is going to make you sound a little bit stuck up, right? Or if you write too casually, will your prospects even take you seriously? And what about cracking jokes in an email? Is that even allowed? In this video, I'm going to take your emails from boring your prospects to sleep to David Ogilvy-esque emails that are going to get your prospects instantly replying and booking sales meetings with you. Just before we get started, if you're not sure who David Ogilvy is, he's known as the founding father of advertising. And about 8 or so decades ago, in one of his very first jobs selling AGA cookers door to door, just so good at sales that he wrote a sales manual for the rest of the staff or sales people to use in the company, and is still hailed as one of the very best written sales book ever. By the end of his life, David Ogilvy was known as the Rolls Royce of advertising and sales, and he literally did advertising campaigns for Rolls Royce. Anyway, let's get into this video. The very first thing you have to understand is who you're reaching out to. David Ogilvy urged all salespeople to do as much research as they possibly can to the people that they're selling to. You need to know who they are, what they care about, how they speak, and even know what their problems are. Let's use an example here. Let's say you are selling software to the deans of universities where this software would help improve the experience of remote learning for the university students. The dean of a university would probably be a 55-plus-year-old male, multiple degrees, probably a PhD or two. They value things like integrity, experience, and respect over everything else. So being cheeky or conversational in your emails is probably going to come across as disrespectful. So in this case, you know you're going after someone that is highly intellectual and probably has multiple degrees. So you're going to want to write your email in a professional tone. A professional tone will be a lot less conversational. You'll want to use longer sentences and bigger paragraphs. Here's an example of a professionally written email. So let's go through this quickly. Hi, George Golding, his name and surname included here. My name is Jane Smith from SiteCare. I'm aware that your company uses WordPress, so I thought I would inquire about how you maintain it and keep it secure. I think the key that I'm trying to show you is there's sort of like longer paragraphs here. It's very professionally written, especially here. If you'd like to understand more about how we can help keep your website running smoothly for you every month, perhaps we can have a discussion. We're also happy to run a complimentary audit of your site to see where it may not be functioning optimally, or where where there may be some security vulnerabilities. Are you available for discussion next Tuesday? So longer sentences, not so informal, not really as conversational as you would come across, and this is quite a professionally written email. On the opposite ends of writing tones are edgy, bordering on cheeky emails. With these emails, you need to know exactly the problems and the pain that these prospects are going through. You've probably even gone so far as to see that they're currently in this pain. So what do I mean by that? So let's say you're a headhunting agency. You look on LinkedIn Jobs and you see there's a position for a C-suite exec that has been up there on LinkedIn Jobs for months. Now, as that headhunting agency, you know the pain that they're going through to try and fill this position. And you've probably got a great track record of filling these hard to find C-suite execs in this industry and this specific prospect. An edgy email is short. It has some catchy phrases in it that gets people's attention, and it spikes people's emotion when they read these emails. If these emails are targeted correctly, they get exactly the results you're looking for. Here's an example. Edgy emails are actually my favorites. So let's quickly take a look at this one. Hi George, here's the not so fun side of managing your website. Keeping WordPress up to date, bug-free, and secure. These tasks can suck the life out of even the most energetic business owner. But here's a secret. Bring your ear closer. I'm going to whisper it. You don't have to do any of it. SiteCare does it for you. If that sounds like a plan, let's have a call next Tuesday And that's it. Shortest sales email ever. These lines are included in the email itself. Once again, these are the things that people don't expect to see in emails and what gets people to reply. The third tone I want to talk about is the one that I think most email outreach should aim for, and that is conversational. It's the type of email that you write to a client or a colleague that you get on with really well. The email comes across as really professional, but self-deprecating jokes in the email are appreciated. It has a warm tone to it. It's conversational. It has a almost personal touch to it. It comes across as natural and engaging, and it's almost as if you read the email. It would be the same as if you were sitting next to that person and you were just talking to them. Here's a tip for writing a really good email in a conversational tone. Use the real details of one of your clients when writing this email. That way, you'll have their face in front of you while you're writing this, so that you'll be super comfortable in actually sending this email. And just before you send it, just replace the client's details with your prospects. So here's an example of an email written in a conversational tone. And this conversational email, when you read it, it almost sounds like a conversation. It's like, hey George, Jane here from SiteCare, and sort of we go into why I'm in your inbox, and then it's like, that's why I'm in your inbox. And we sort of ended off here, said, I'd be happy to do a quick security and speed check on your site if you're okay with that. So you can sort of see some of the sentences work as if you were just speaking to someone. And that's why this is a really great conversational style email. Earlier in this video, remember I spoke about prospecting and how important that is to your email tone? Well, you're going to want to watch this video next, where I'll show you how to build a prospecting list where this conversational tone of email works perfectly.